So this is part 2 or part 1 of my my wrap-up, the finale. Oh, gee, I love the finale. And yes, so all the Brand New Day mob was there too to support me at my Next Big Thing competition. And Karina Martin from Broome, the Martin family. And my 2 sisters who were at boarding school, younger ones, Vanessa and Rebecca, they came as well. So I'm going to wrap it up, everyone, and we go together. All right. So yes, we don't want another stolen generation. MP, state doesn't exist under Section 44. People never granted it in the 99 referendum. Okay, Section 44, they're running out the door. And yes, so just to all those dirty police, just remember, because I've done this, you know, and it's just in good faith. So what we have is, what do we have here? We have registered post lodgement receipt, and I've got all the receipts, even to the Queen and to the Governor General, Prime Minister, to whatever is called that our federal Aboriginal solo box department is, from ICC to whatever it is now. But I seized them on the ground when I came back home. And the head of the CEO, well, he got promoted, I know him, Robin Stace. He said, oh, well, they're a bunch of thieves. And I said, yeah, well, anyway. Case closed. Office of Commissioner of Police, Chris Dawson, Commissioner of Police, 6th floor, 2nd Adelaide Terrace, East Perth, WA, 6004, Maja Jinkiburra, 31st of the 3rd, 2022. So there you go, peoples. That's done. These are the seals of creation with the gold seals where all documents were sealed. And that's the gold seal in 3D through me from the ancient one, the languages of the 4 directions of the earth. So documents are sealed, and yeah. And the last one is that I want to read out to you. Let's do this one. Let's go. We've got to get this one. So you've had a look at all that, and you know my case, and beautiful. Grandpa's. Where are we? Paul and Fred. Time of my leadership. I was young then, but I know better now. So what do we have here? Aboriginal heirloom lost at Pokies, bet returns. So go back to the beginning, and that's the last bit then, everyone. And yeah, I was there with the Beagle Bay Road, opening up with Minister Elena McTarran, and I kept on saying to Kari Kristiansen, that I want to thank so much as well, who strategically put all this stuff together, and I had to sign a contract with her, because it's a big one, especially when you got so much players in the game, So here we go, and that's the last bit. So you got everything, all right, peoples? What do we got here now? Let's read it. I got my magnifying glasses. I can read everything. In October 2004, I was elected as Chairperson of Beagle Bay Community, Inc., the central governing body of Beagle Bay, an Aboriginal community in the remote northwest Kimberley on the Dampier Peninsula. In December 2004, in my capacity as the chairwoman, I called on the Commonwealth Government to step in and take control of the financial affairs of the community urgently, As the chairwoman, I became responsible for the community affairs. I discovered that we were a bankrupt community. I did not walk away. I talked to my people and asked for help from the government. Meanwhile, the wet season was upon us. The families were hoping for a good Christmas. The sadness in the community was overwhelming, and a sense of abandonment was creeping into my soul. Was government going to care? The Commonwealth government? Right there. I gotta get it all out, because I'm gonna bring it out so I can read it all for you. And that's the last bit. Beautiful. Thank you for being patient with me, everyone. Was government going to care? The Commonwealth government helped immediately through making a shared responsibility agreement. Or trust me too, I had to lobby with the people and keep on using the administration with the facts, just sending letters after letters, letters after letters, and everything that we were given within how it all works. So the shared responsibility with Beagle Bay, the state government dragged its feet. The frustration was overwhelming. In January 2005, an administrator was appointed to the community under the unique arrangement struck between the Commonwealth and the state WA Department of Indigenous Affairs. The administrator failed to stay neutral. He spoke to media about factions and two camps. The process of administration by DIA has focused solely on the essential service, keeping the lights on and the taps running. DAA, Department of Aboriginal Affairs, that is people, has offered no real solutions about a way forward for Beagle Bay. The truth is that Beagle Bay is an example of Aboriginal communities failed by government over 3 decades. In the course of my life, Beagle Bay has stopped growing. Our own people got caught up in the trap set by government, who said, "See you later, goodbye." There was no investment of human capital, only funding. No one to show us the way, no mentorship. We were good people, we were willing to try. We were left with bad habits. The dark side of human nature prevailed over the goodness too many times. The system failed. In turn, some of us had failed. Our people. The way forward for Beagle Bay lies in government, state and federal, working with the community through its leadership to bring about lasting changes. On March 1st, the administrator, 7 days before my birthday, I was born on the 8th of March, 1975, which is as old as the administration of Beagle Bay. On March 1st, the administrator committed to work hand in hand with myself as the elected leader of Beagle Bay Community and the Commonwealth through the Indigenous Coordination Centre in Broome to deliver outcomes for the people of Beagle Bay. This commitment marks a breakthrough in fairness and justice for silent measures who had placed their faith in the neutrality of the administration. All that the people want is for DIA to clean up the problems and move out of the community. We don't want to be taken over by DIA. It's up to the state and the federal government to work out their relationship and come to the table with clarity about how they are going to work in with the people as the leader of the community. All I've ever wanted is a level playing field and a fair go for my people. That's why they elected me, because I always had a ticket to fly. You see who I am. And trust me, we had Two, by the support of Kari Kristiansen, we binded a bilateral agreement, so we had only one of the whole of government in one voice approach. It's up to the state government and the federal, like we say under the bilateral agreement. Thank you, Kari Kristiansen, who work out their relationship and come to the table with clarity about how they are going to work in with the people. As the leader of the community, and remember this is time streams from back then, is happening now and it's all done, and I'm really happy that I've done all the work, and I can't be bought and sold, and that was my love and my energy for the people, the Lord I am, the land I am. As the leader of the community, all I've ever wanted is a level playing field and fair go for my people. That's why they elected me. Driving forces. What is driving me as the elected leader? I was born in Derby because there was no facilities in Beagle Bay. My mother was 17 years old. She came from the system of ward of state. When we were allowed to leave the hospital, we came back to Beagle Bay, where we lived with Dad in a one-room hut. My mum used to give me a bath under a tap in the basin. Before the sun went down, it got cold. Go, Mum. Thank you, Mum. It was hard life, but we were lucky because we had an outside toilet of our own. The rest of the people on the reserve used an ablution block. There were still big mob people living in the bush, in the camp, fishing places. All the Nyunyal people used to live on the fringes of the reserve. I was in the assimilation camp. Might as well call it. We weren't really allowed to mix with the traditional blacks, as they were called, and when I learned how to walk, I used to take off, do my rounds in the reserve. When my sister Buji Davina came along, I had a little partner. My grandfather was one of the first to get a house, which he bought from the church for £500. That's a lot of money. A lot of money than the fiat system shit money that we have now. Gee, boy, rip off from the church, £5 from the church. God, you've taken everything, church. We thought it was a mansion. The house was a symbol of entering into a community. Grandfather Dickie, my grandfather Paul's brother, was the first leader in the community setting. He became the chairperson of Beagle Bay Inc. Love you, Lul. And he also left the church. And a lot of people didn't like the changes. He died of a broken heart. Love you, Lul. The church handed the lands back to the people. We had moved off the reserve. My people saw it as a way forward, where they would have authority over their own lives. 30 years have passed since the incorporation of Beagle Bay Community Inc. in my birthday, 1975. We have now got what we call a community. Today, I live in Beagle Bay after my journey through the Gadia, the white world. Gadia means spirit that we can't connect with. Where's the spirit? Where is it? As the chairwoman, elected by the people for the people, to clean up the last 30 years of bad habits and broken promises. Much of the story is about government failure. In my communication with Indigenous Affairs Minister, Minister Amanda Vanstone, I said, what we're up against are two key issues: bureaucratic people coming in and slamming down guidelines and procedures that don't work. If it worked, we wouldn't be where we're currently at right now. Not for long. It's done. Finish, people. And the state and federal government are falling over and blaming each other for the total failures. So rather than blame, grow up and do the right thing. Full remedy is the last from 13 grandmother's star-skin laws to all of them, old light holders and old guards, all of them, full remedy. The community of Beagle Bay is looking forward to strong progress based on taking a brave stand. The pain and the hardship of recent times will be even more worthwhile if it serves as an example to other Aboriginal people and communities. Kerry Ann Cox, Beagle Bay Community Chair. Mapu. And we can, and be rich. Checkmate. So that's me, everyone.